Hey guys, it's Tessa. So I'm finally not sick, or that's why I'm still kind of sick, but not really. And two, I figured it would be a really fun video today to go over my goals from 2025 and how I did with them, and also talk about my goals for 2026 as just general. I think last year I definitely geared more of my goals towards like my business and kind of like the crafting world part of me. But I think this year is just gonna be more of like general goals of things I want to achieve and so on. Also, I'm working on this cardigan still, but it's almost done. It's almost done. I promise. It's almost done. Sorry about that. Outfit change. No, my camera battery died abruptly, and then I got distracted on my computer. Anywho, back on focus. So I don't remember exactly what I was saying other than I wanted to touch on my goals from 2025, where I got with them, and my goals for 2026. So a few of my goals from last year, they were do a market or convention, have more listings available on my website. I didn't even have a website at the start of 2025. Post more on Instagram, keep my yarn and fabric stash organized, and I think the biggest one, try not to buy too much yarn. Well, a couple of those I have updates. I have done one market. I want to do more. If you look at my video titled like November market or something, I didn't end up doing that market actually, and instead I talk about a pretty fun thing happening in that video. I enjoyed the Halloween market I did. I didn't love the coordinators, but whatever. But I am hoping to do more events this coming year. I think it'll be really exciting. Posting more on Instagram. I have done that in general. I just need to post more. I get really distracted and then I don't feel like doing like TikToks and stuff, so then I don't, and then I have no content for social media. It's a whole thing. I have more listings. I think so. I have more listings. I think I just need to go through and sort them a little bit better. Just because I have technically I think 3 listings for the same item. It's just different colorways. When I can just all have that under one item, one listing, and have the different colorways there, or each item gets its own listing, which I don't like as much. I feel like it makes it look way too cluttered. Anyway, keeping my yarn and fabric stash organized. I did not do the best of jobs on that this year. Trying not to buy too much yarn. Once again, I did not do the best on that this year. If you want to check out my buy ban and Gibby's 10th birthday video, I talk about why I'm going on this buy ban a little bit more. But the TLDR is I have too much fucking yarn and I need to use this yarn. So I'm somewhat going on a buy ban. Going into a buy ban until pretty late in October of 2026. This will hopefully mean that I use a lot more of my yarn. It is an exception to the rule though, outside of the October Lambtown. It's also my birthday in February. I get to order my birthday yarn so that I can start working on my birthday item to myself then, and hopefully we'll have it done by my birthday. I already think I know what yarn and stuff I'm using for that, but I am going to keep that a secret for now until my video in February where I talk about the yarn and project I'm going to do. Just because, yeah. Secrets. Anyway, that I didn't keep my fabric stash really organized at all either. I'm missing like a chunk of fabric and I don't know where it is currently because I put it somewhere and not where it belonged. So that's fun. But I am hoping, I think this year will be a little bit better, especially if I'm on this buy ban, especially with my Make 9 video, which I don't believe has come out yet, but if it has, I'll link it. But I talk about a bunch of things that I am planning to make in that video. Quick tip, it's not just 9 items, but regardless of that, I have a plan to use what I call, or to use a fair bit of what I call my fancy yarn. It's the top shelf here that you can't see very well, but that is where I keep all of my drops. It's where I keep the Malabrigo Rio. It's where I'm going to keep the extra skeins for the Daft Days cardigan. Any extra yarn from that is going to be kept up there. All of my drops in general is kept up in that shelf, on those shelves. In general, I just want to be a little bit more practical with my purchases as a whole. Not to like pivot here, but in general, I'm a little bit of a maximalist, if you couldn't tell. And my husband is very much not a maximalist, very much a minimalist. So we clash a little bit on the amount of stuff we own. The amount of stuff I own, okay? It's a lot. So this year I'm hoping, or 2026 I'm hoping as well, to maybe not just buy as much random stuff. Like I'm hoping, like if I can rein in the yarn spending, I can rein in all my spending, truly. And I know I can rein in my yarn spending. I just like yarn. I like getting it because it gives me a little hit of joy and I like it. But I think the thing I'm going to do differently here this year is maybe purchase more patterns that I'm going to use instead. Like I have a binder full of that binder has a handful of patterns I really like, but it's only like a handful. It's really not many patterns. So I think I might go through and just purchase and print a handful of extra patterns that will help me along the way with all of my projects that I have planned for 2026, and that'll kind of be where I put that money towards, I think, instead, to kind of get that dopamine hit. Anyway, that's off topic. My goals for 2026. So these goals, like I mentioned, last year's goals were very much more focused on my business, my crafting, social media, all that stuff. This year, I am kind of just doing like overall goals for myself. Some of them will lean a little bit more into my business, some are more just for myself, and I am excited to see myself grow and have you guys see me grow kind of into the person I more closely want to be. And that starts with my first goal of I want to lose 25 pounds in 2026. Which I don't feel like will be very hard for me just because I've already lost 7 pounds starting my like lifestyle diet change, and I'm really liking how I'm feeling, and all of that. If you want to know more about like my weight loss stuff and kind of my motivations there, I'll insert the video, or I'll pin the video here for you. But long story short, once again, I had a death in my family several years ago, and only more recently, since I've been able to kind of get a better handle on my mental health, have I come to the conclusion that I don't want to end up in a similar situation, and the easiest way for me to do that is to get healthy now instead of waiting until I'm much older and much higher risk for things. So my main goal, lose 25 pounds. It's not a hard and fast goal either. If I only lose like 15, I'm pretty okay with that. If I only lose 10, I'm okay with that. If I lose more than 25, I'm okay with that. My whole thing is just that I want to make sure that I am committing myself to making this lifestyle and diet change. And again, attempting to make myself better. Be the best version of who I can be. 2 of my other goals are me-centered. First one is I want to take more time for myself. I spend a lot of my spare time working on stuff for my business or things for other people, when to some degree I should be working on things for myself, not always for other people. Really this year you're going to see a huge switch in my content, so if you don't enjoy it, I'm really sorry. If you do enjoy it, I hope you love more. But a lot of my planned videos for this year are very me-centered. Like if you check out the cottagecore planning video I put up a couple weeks ago, I plan to make a shit ton of projects. It's crazy. Honestly, I'm a little scared. I'm also planning to do a ton of stash busting this year, and a decent chunk of that is projects for me as well, while some of it is just going to be things posted on my site because I won't use them practically, but I still want to use the items. The third goal that is more for myself kind of goes into what I just mentioned, where I just want to make more items for myself. I had a video, I'm not sure if it's out yet, but everything I made for myself in 2025, and it's only like 7 items. And I don't like that because I do want to make my own wardrobe, and I do want to love my wardrobe and have a wardrobe that's made for me. And so I think I have close to like 13 or 15 videos planned for 2026 that are just items for me, so that's really fun and exciting. My last few goals, one of them ties into something I talked on already. I want to use 50% of my yarn stash this year. which sounds crazy. I haven't finished working up on the totals yet for a video I have coming out next year, but I am working on cataloging every speck of yarn that I own and kind of creating a spreadsheet that will tell me the exact amount of yarn I have of each color, each style, each whatever. And then I plan to total it at the end to figure out how much yarn I have, which is terrifying, I will not lie. It's so scary. I think just by doing some basic math, by looking behind me, there's at least like 250 gram balls of yarn. So that's crazy. But I want to use at least half of this yarn. Like, I want to just get through it, use about half of it at least. I also, like I kind of mentioned, want to kind of organize and keep my website listings a little bit more neat and kind of clear. I did have a return item from Black Friday where the customer noted that the cardigan they purchased was much larger than they anticipated. And I always appreciate feedback like this because it helps me understand better what I need to be including in things. And so I've made an update to that listing since then, specifically noting that that one cardigan is much larger than the others. So hopefully that will avoid that problem in the future. And there's just small things like that that I want to include and update on a lot of my listings. So essentially I just need to get it organized and keep it organized. I don't think I mentioned this yet, but I want to do like 3 markets at least this year. I know that first one was awesome and I skipped the second one. Again, check out that video for why I skipped it. There's also other reasons I didn't fully mention in there as well, but regardless, I do want to do 3 markets or conventions this year just because I think it'd be really fun. And I, again, really enjoyed doing the first one I did, so. And then finally, I just want to post more on TikTok and Instagram. I just don't feel like I post enough. I also feel like I'm really in my head on what posts should look like when I don't feel like it's really that deep or it doesn't need to be that deep for just a little social media post. But those are my goals for 2026, and I'm really excited to share those with you. One more goal that I'd like to add, which is likely going to happen. As some of you know, my husband and I are not actively married yet, but we are engaged. No, I'm not wearing my engagement ring right now. I just got out of the shower pretty recently and forgot to put it back on. But as you know, we're engaged, not married. I'm hoping this year that we can line up and make time to get married, because it's really exciting. And based on some conversations my husband and I have been having, I think it's gonna happen. Anyhow, but those are my goals for 2026, and I will be happy with whatever of those I hit successfully or whatever of those I don't hit successfully. Because life is not about being successful or failing, it's about doing the best for you. So that will conclude this video. I hope to see you guys next time. If you liked this video or want to see more from me, subscribe. If you have any commentary on anything I've talked about, leave a comment, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!